the Life Academy. It's our next episode and we continue the journey. Let's greet our participants and see how they feel about what's going on in our new episode today. Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
How do you guys and girls feel today?
Good. Great.
Good? Okay.
Great.
The best. Okay. Samson.
Hello everyone, it's been a while since we've seen you guys again. Now let's greet our newest members, Sean, Veronica, and Anastasia.
Let's show ourselves, Sean, Veronica, and Anastasia.
It's been a while since we filmed the first episode. It was so exciting.
It was a great experience. I really loved Steve and Ego's masterclass on acting.
I agree, I loved it too. I really loved the photography with Alina. I learned so much about photography.
Let's go in, meet our first master, and see what you can learn from him. Let's go. Hello, Dr. Wang.
Hello. Thank you, Ben.
These are our students, our participants. They came to study from you today.
Okay, very good. Welcome.
Dr. Wang and his assistants will give you a tour in doctor's office today. You'll have fun in the lab. So make sure that you listen to the doctors and follow the instructions.
Hi, kids. Good morning. Welcome you visit here. I'm Dr. Wang.
Hi, my name is Sable. I'm the lab manager here, and today I'll be giving you a tour of the lab.
Hi, my name is Gene, and I'm a lab technician here.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a medical assistant, and I'll be talking to you guys about papers that Dr. Wang has published.
Okay, let's start the tour. So to start off the tour, we're going to talk about some of the awards that Dr. Wang has earned throughout his lifetime. So these first two are actually from China, and it's because he was a very influential and innovative person. So they recognize that, and in addition to that, they also made him custom stamps with his face on it. And in addition to that, so this gold medal was for his cell separation technology that he spent many years researching.
What do you mean by cell separation?
Cell separation, so he did animal cells, he would purify them. So typically cells are very dirty. There's a lot of other material with it. So his method would filter it and only take out the best and clean ones. All the dirt and debris would be gone.
And what would he use with the clean ones? Like, would he just use as experiments for testing if it's cancerous or something? Just to test for new medicine or something like that?
So there is a lot of things that he could do with it. Sometimes he would culture it and grow, see how it could be used for treatment. Here are another couple other gold medals that he's earned. I think this one's my favorite. This is all like really shiny. And so this one right here, he doesn't like to talk about it, but this was from his really early days when he just started out, and it was from Germany. But then as soon as he developed his own technology and had a working product, the judges were blown away, and he proceeded to get a bunch of gold medals after that one. He has all these patented: England, Canada, Germany, Taiwan, China, Japan. This one he has earned recently, and it's the leader in stem cell therapy.
Exactly how many stem cells do we have in our body?
Around like 37 trillion.
Oh, okay.
So these stem cells have a very good regenerative factor. It can, become a heart, it can become your brain, your eyes. So using this idea, the doctor began to do a lot of research into stem cells and what it could do for the human, how we can treat and cure people with diseases and illnesses.
Okay, so Dr. Wang has also published a lot of other articles. One of his other articles has been psoriasis. Do you guys know what that is? So psoriasis is an autoimmune condition. So that's when your body attacks itself and it causes these rash throughout your body.
And how exactly does the body attack itself?
Generally, there are these factors on the cells, and those factors cause a reaction with your immune system.
So it's sort of like when the cells divide, there's a mutation, and that's where the body attacks itself?
So they're called antigens, and those little pieces are things that are on bacteria or on any sort of microbiomes. And that's very important for how your own cells detect what is right and what is wrong. But sometimes in that mutation, there's a problem where it has a site that connects to the bad antigen. antigen, or the antigen that is common in other bacteria. So that's why it ends up attacking itself.
And so for kidney failure, do you guys know what treatment the patient often needs for that is?
Radiotherapy?
That's a good guess, but it's dialysis. They're gonna connect a device to your arm, and it's gonna connect to your artery and your vein, because one carries blood to your heart and the other one is away from it.
So does the machine filter out your whole blood?
Yeah, all your whole blood is gonna pass through that machine, filter, and back into your body.
That is sort of a bit disturbing now that I hear about the blood going out and then going back in. It's horrifying.
All right.
All right, come on in, guys. So right here, we'll start from the front to the back. This is the recovery. So after the patients have their cells harvested from them, then we have them lay here. We turn off the light, turn on some music, let them relax for 10, 20 minutes, and they're free to go home. And over here is where we have the patients lay down and then we collect cells from them. If like we're just taking it from the teeth, we have dental and then we take it from the teeth and then we culture them elsewhere. We have our technician working right now. These are the incubators the cells will live in and are cultured in. And then we have a scope right there where we also check the stem cells. The thing she has right there is the culture media. So that's what the stem cells live in, and it gives them all the nutrition so they can continue living and dividing. And then we'll freeze them, and when the patient is ready, we will thaw them and put them into the patient. So you open this one and you can put it in, and each one has a little shelf in there.
But they have water in it, or?
They have that pink thing.
Oh.
So they have a dish. The pink thing is what the cells live in. Okay, give me a dish. Are you guys ready to see it? You see, you guys were wondering, all these are stem cells. All of these little things right here, they're laying down.
There are so many.
They're stem cells, but they don't move unless you do, you record them for a long time, then you can see them divide, but that will take hours and hours. So who wants to sit here and look through here to see the same thing? There's going to be like over 10 to 20 million cells in the dish.
It can fit that much?
Yeah.
Dr. Wang, you developed so many unique methods, got so many awards, publications, and most importantly, saved so many lives. Why aren't you and your work not promoted in Hollywood and Western media?
Well, it's a good question. Thank you. I think, nowadays, many companies or individuals, they put a lot of energy or fund on PR, public relationship. For me, I focus on my craft. I focus on my research on medicine, including reproductive medicine and the stem cell. And then I try to contribute my special technology to help the patient, to help the population. Even gradually, I can help the statewide or the nationwide or even the worldwide. I hope there will be benefit from my invention.
Also, Dr. Wang is also from a different generation. His generation is the type of generation where they're just focused on patient care. He's more of do the work, not just talk about it, but just do it.
What was your most difficult patient?
Oh, I have a patient who is 85 years old. He suffered from the severe dementia for 12 years. Do you know what is dementia?
No.
No, okay. Dementia is a man who has some brain problem and then causes disorientation. For example, when he get out the house, he forget to come in. For this patient, I treat him several times with my stem cell technology. And finally, he wake up. He can recognize you. He can respond with his family, his friend, and then he can play with his grandsons, and he can sing the karaoke with his family members.
What are your milestones in building a business or clinic
and your greatest challenges?
Oh yes, I came from Taiwan originally. English is not my mother tongue. And then I'm a physician in Taiwan for about 20 years. When I come to America, I want to be a physician and surgeon. I need to start all over. I need to go through many tests. Therefore, I get a certificate, then I can apply for a residency program to become a residency physician. And then afterward, after finishing the residency program, I want to set up my own clinic, my own research program. So to be a foreign medical graduate, to come here, it's not easy.
Dr. Wang, why in your opinion did the COVID-19 happen? Was it planned/controlled?
Nobody can definitely define the origin of the COVID-19, okay? But as I'm a physician, I want to do more research or some normal technology to treat or to manage the COVID-19 is one of our goals. However, the COVID-19 mutates so often, so frequently, so it takes a doctor to concentrate more to find a good solution for that.
Mr. Wang, based on your professional expertise, do you believe that mankind is still fighting COVID-19?
Oh yes, I think humankind cannot completely get rid of the COVID-19 because COVID-19 is so small and it mutates so often. Like the hepatitis B virus, like HIV virus, like any kind of many diseases. I think to find a good solution to increase the population immunity to against the virus or some special infection is very important. And to try to get rid of the virus, I think is very difficult.
Dr. Wang, there are many viruses and diseases out there. How would you advise us to keep healthy and never get sick?
I think this is very important for everybody, including me, okay? Good lifestyle is very important. You need to take balanced diet, drink more warm water, and then regular exercise. For example, 1 week 3 times or 4 times, and every time like 30 to 40 minutes. Up to your front, your frontal area sweating, your upper back sweating, and your pulse reach to 110 to 120. Then it is an effective exercise.
Dr. Wang, many of your methods and unique cases are based on use of stem cells. How did you come up with this idea?
How many kind of human cell type? Is more than 200. How many cells the one stem cell create to be a human? It is about 37 to 70 billion cells in our body, or even more. Okay, so I think we start the stem cell from the beginning of life. Then we can help many kind of illness or many kind of intractable diseases.
Other diseases that are currently believed to be non-curable, do you believe can be cured with your method?
Currently, I have walked through 70 kinds of human intractable diseases. Okay, for example, including but not limited to dementia, Parkinsonism, or many kinds of cancer, and also like thalassemia. We help improve the symptom a lot. The thalassemia, and when the cell is normal, then the red blood cell can carry the oxygen to the body. Then the patient will feel very spiritual, very energetic, and no soreness, no pain, no headache, etc.
You have done projects on stem cell therapy, so are there any other projects you're working on?
Oh, I think currently we have many projects to working on. For example, we try to produce some special amino acids or some special protein to against the cancer. So I try to promote this material, this composition in my clinic for my patient. I help my patient to be healthy without or to get rid of a possible occurrence of the cancer. Yeah, and increase of immunity, and then to be against the COVID-19.
Dr. Wang, so we have heard about the monkeypox threat. So what is your opinion on it?
I think monkeypox is like a newly found illness. It's a viral infection also. So stem cell increase very good immunity. For the chicken, for this kind of monkeypox, locally, the small pox vaccination help to prevent the monkeypox. I'm happy we have this kind of smallpox vaccine and also stem cell. I believe it helps. Thank you, everybody.
Hey Samson, did Dr. Wang give you the key?
Yes, he definitely did. I see he gave it to you too.
So I gotta get my group and let's meet at the next location, okay?
Okay.
I'm Cung Lee, and these are my signature moves.
Cung Lee, what inspired you to become a professional MMA fighter?
I first started out in martial arts because I was getting bullied a lot, and I came home with a lot of black eyes and bruised lip, and the day I came home with a bloody nose with a little bit of blood on my face still, my mom says, I think that's enough said, you gotta learn how to fight back. So she took me to a martial arts dojo so I can learn how to defend myself. And what she told me is, when you learn these skills, you can't just use it to hurt other people. You only use it when you really need it, so you don't hurt anyone, but to protect yourself. And I wanted to compete and see how far I can get.
What were your hardest struggles in learning martial arts?
Just understanding, because when I first started out, I did a lot of forms, and I'm sure you do in Taekwondo, in order to get to the next belt, you have to do forms. I wasn't consistent at going to martial arts, so every time a test came up and I was able to take part in the test, I couldn't remember my forms because I didn't learn it all the way through because I wasn't consistent with all the forms that I had to do.
What is your favorite style of martial arts?
Whatever works in a self-defense situation, and whatever works where I can use the martial arts as a fitness to keep myself in good shape. At the same time, when I'm keeping myself in good shape, I know how to defend myself, but then the discipline that comes along with all the martial arts, which I love all martial arts, and I like the discipline because you have to dedicate yourself in order to get it to a high level.
Have you ever had to use like self-defense against like bullies in school or like people trying to steal from you, thugs?
I started out when I was very young, around 10 years old, doing martial arts because I was bullied all the time. One thing that I didn't like is when I was with my martial arts teacher, he was like, you have to strike first. And then I was confused because I was younger then, and I went home and I asked my mom, and my mom really knew and understood how the martial arts work. So she told me, you only use it to defend yourself. You never want to strike first. You always want to walk away from the problem or the bullies if you can walk away. But once you walk away, of course, you never want to turn your back to them because bullies are bullies. They'll take advantage of your weakness when you look away, so you don't see if they hit you like a blind side, or they call it the sucker punch, right? So you walk away and you try to avoid that situation. That is the true martial arts skills of don't fight, because you know what you can do to that person.
Yeah, and do you believe when you first get bullied, do you think you should go to an adult first?
I believe that when you first get bullied, you always want to go to your parents first and tell them how you feel about being bullied, what are they going to do about it, because that's their responsibility, and what you can do for yourself if they're not around to help you, and if you're in that situation where we call it a fight or flight situation. So there's a time to fight and there's a time to take flight, mean run. And for me, I always tell my son, just run, because I know what my son can do to someone his age or even a man, because he's a high-level martial artist.
In first STEM class, we had to fill out this paper, and it's about your gender. And one of the question is, what is your gender? And it says female, male, or other. I chose the female as my gender, but then some of my classmates chose as males, and then vice versa, same as boys to females. But some of my classmates also chose the thing called other, which is them or themselves. Why do they do that? Why do they perceive themselves as a he or she or they?
What's going on right now, and that's why I took my son out of high school and let him be homeschooled. First of all, when God created man, you heard of Adam and Eve, right?
Yeah.
So Adam and Eve is not Adam and Steve. It sounds funny, but it's the truth. So it should be a relationship between a man and a woman, not a man and a man or a woman and a woman. The cult pushes the propaganda, so it confuses the kids, and that's where they start. Because as an adult, we have wisdom. We know what's right and what's wrong, but you guys don't. You guys are still learning. You guys are young, and then you guys are easier to be influenced. A lot of the school system is funded by the Rockefellers, or that's another cult, and what they're trying to do is push you away from God, and then by pushing you away from God and confusing you, thinking if you have a relationship with a woman, in the Bible it says it's blasphemy against the Father when you do that. So that's just pure evil. So if you're curious about it, you might try it. And when you try it, that's blasphemy against the Father. And in the Bible, Jesus Christ came down and tried to teach people about being righteous as a man, being righteous as a woman. That means trying not to swear and trying to spread the word of God, trying to spread the word of Jesus Christ. So now we're all saved, but now you have to seek knowledge. Like Buddha, Dalai Lama, the first monk that everyone was worshiping, before he died, his last words were, "Don't worship me, worship the Father, my Father, your Father." That was his last words. But then they twisted it around and they ended up making it people follow Buddha. And like the Muslim religion, Jesus Christ says, a false Messiah will come right after me. And if you don't know anything about Muhammad, that's who they think, and they twist people's mind thinking that he's Jesus. No, Muhammad actually was raised by a monk, and Muhammad didn't even know how to read and write. When he was raised by this monk taught him how to read and write. They wrote the Quran together. Once they finished the Quran, they went to this well, and like a water well, and then they ended up dropping this. But he says, "Hey, when you go to the bottom of the well, all my followers come here. I'm gonna drop the bucket down. Have that Quran ready and put it into the water bucket, and then when I pull it up, they'll know that this is like the word of God." So when they did that, he came up and everyone was surprised. He turned around and said, "Okay, this is a holy ground. Please bury this and cover this up so no one can get to it." Well, the guy who raised him is down there, way down there, and they buried him alive. And a lot of people don't know that. That's why I'm saying these religions are false religion.
Alina.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to your Shine Beauty Salon. How was your session?
It was perfect. I feel so good. I feel so fresh.
So this is our CEO and founder, Jing.
Hi, I'm Jing. How are you?
Alina, nice to meet you.
Me too, me too.
second location as I see on the map. Let's check it out. Let's do it!
Hi kids, how are you? Hi.
Oh, hi, Alina. Alina is our mentor in photography. We had an amazing master class with her last time.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was great.
What inspires you to open a health and beauty related business? It's very competitive.
竞争虽然激烈，但是呢，能带给很多我们广大的客户美丽的脸蛋儿和傲人的身材。
Although it is a very competitive field, we bring service to our customers that make them happy, and if the customers are happy, we're happy.
If you to start a new business now, would it still be a beauty business?
我会的，因为这个行业呢，不但能带来美丽，主要是我们有瘦身，神奇的瘦身这个仪器，可以让大家的身体。傲人的身材更加健康。
She said, of course, because everybody, when they get to an older age, they want to keep being young and look pretty, correct? So she wants to open another beauty company if she gets that opportunity, because it helps the customers be what they want to be and be youthful and younger.
How do you make your business different?
区别很大。我们主要有很神奇的逆龄神器，让这个不用动手术啊，不用开刀。就可以让你年轻10岁。
Our procedures are different from other beauty companies because our procedures are non-intrusive, which means you don't need surgery to lose weight or look younger. Also, we have the newest machines that compete with the best companies in this area.
How did the industry that you are in change during the last 5 years?
这5年期间，首先大家都知道，这个世界大灾难疫情就有2年，但是我们的生意更加红火了。为什么呢？因为我们的这个不但让你的脸蛋美丽，还是一个老问题，我们的这个瘦身仪器可以延年益寿，增加你的健康。
In the last 5 years, as you guys know, there was the pandemic, the coronavirus. That was the main change in our company. It allowed our customers to want to come even more, actually. Of course, we closed down during the pandemic, but afterwards, after everybody gained a few pounds from eating, they could come to our company and use our anti-aging or slimming machines and get pretty again.
Which were some of the most difficult obstacles you faced while developing and growing your Shine Beauty?
很大的困难。我们从一个一般的美容这个做 facial，后来呢升级到了一个免开刀不用开刀的顶级的美容会所。
In the beginning, we started off as a very small company, only doing facials and small beauty procedures, but afterwards we grew to 3 branch locations, and now we offer so many different services and a variety of different, like I said, services to our clients.
Do you feel that women in business have more challenges than men?
假如你想事业和家庭都兼顾的话，那是一个非常非常辛苦和困难的事情。所以我呢，说实在话，我是一个单亲妈妈，我要兼顾照顾我的孩子，照顾我的年迈的父母，又要把这个 beauty salon 这个办得红红火火，是非常大的挑战。
She has faced many challenges as a woman or businesswoman. She is a single mother. She has to work and support a family by herself, and she is also an immigrant. So coming to America was very difficult to start this business too, and she faced the challenges alone mainly.
What inspires you to develop your Shine Beauty and bring something new to your patients?
当然了，这个年代在发展，所以我们的机器也要更新换代。今年最新的我们的这个是魔幻逆龄美容仪，是一个神奇的逆龄神器，它可以让所有的这个爱美的这个女士都惊喜若狂，就是不用再开任何的刀，很 natural 的纯天然的，达到你的脸部自然提升，让你的免开刀，你的眼袋就消失，达到一个美丽的自然的脸容。
What inspired her was she used to work as a manager in a different company, and she saw that their services and products were not on par with what she wanted to bring to her clients. So she decided to open her own company and fit all the missing standards that she believed needed to be in place.
What do you advise your clients and patients in order to be beautiful and healthy?
我建议我的客户 尽量不要开刀，那样会有风险的。那么我建议我的客户，除了这个做一些美容，更大的就是比如说我们有很神奇的瘦身仪器，不用节食，不用运动，一个疗程就可以减30-40磅，非常神奇，同时带回来了健康。
Of course, for adults, many adults would do surgery to try to look prettier or lose weight. She recommends against that, as in the long run it will affect your body badly. She also recommends, of course, coming to our company. We have procedures that don't require you to exercise or do any surgery, and we could help you look younger and lose weight. And that is what we offer for our clients.
Which milestones did you go through while developing your Shine Beauty?
开这个公司最大的亮点就是我们有一个很神奇的逆龄神器。这个亮点呢，区别于别家美容院，它不让你开刀，纯天然的就能让你的脸颊提升，眼袋消失，变成非常漂亮、自然的美丽女人。
A great milestone she achieved was establishing her company and creating her own beauty machines that she didn't see in other companies when she worked there. She wanted to provide the best machines for her clients, so she worked with manufacturers, and through hours of testing, they finally achieved making their own machines, and that's one of the biggest milestones. Here you go, Samson.
Take care of myself, make sure I look good, right? And did you have any accomplishments of doing being a photographer?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Megan Adams. This is Agent Smith.
Hi, I'm an agent.
From FBI. Yeah. Question. I just found this.
Yes.
The fake stack of money.